Okay, just before we crack into today's video, let me explain how you can help us. More and more Kiwis are waking up to the fact that New Zealand is in big trouble right now. So how can we turn this country around? The answer is through education. What does that mean? Well, it means exposing more and more people to our videos. It's as simple as that. Just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of your screen and you'll be subscribed. What happens then? Well, when you subscribe, YouTube sends our videos out to more Kiwis. That's how it works. Subscribing is free. You'll never be charged anything. It's just that simple. So please do it and then enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching. Just by subscribing, you can play a big part in the solution to fixing New Zealand. Well done, you. Well, hi, you beautiful New Zealanders. In this video, we're going to look at what's turning up in Christchurch letterbox. This is part 2. We did part 1 last week, so let's just crack into this. First of all, we have a team of people, like I said, in Christchurch who are delivering flyers and brochures to letterboxes. We know about that. Just today, that was a week ago, we received the flyer on the right from one of our supporters in Christchurch. So in my previous video on this subject, I started to break down the flyer paragraph by paragraph, commenting on each paragraph. You'll remember that. So what's happened since? Well, another one of our supporters wrote to Ngāi Tahu asking them to verify that this was an official Ngāi Tahu flyer. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Well, why? Because, well, someone inside Ngāi Tahu wrote back saying the following. Tēnā koutou. Pamphlets are being delivered to mailboxes in Christchurch by a group claiming to be an independent Ngāi Tahu support group. The chair of this group signs off with the name Maori Pukukai O'Regan, which means lazy, greedy Ngāi Tahu, which indicates their nasty, underhanded nature. This is not a Ngāi Tahu group. Our photograph of the elderly person delivering the pamphlets would also confirm that suspicion. Then he goes on to say this. This notice is posted for 3 reasons. 1. To inform Ngāi Tahu members, our Christchurch public. Number 2. If you receive these pamphlets, throw them in the rubbish bin. They do not require reaction. Number 3. The pamphlets do not require commentary as they feed into the rhetoric of New Zealand's fringe groups that see conspiracy everywhere. And there's the name of the person at the bottom who it came from. So it was suggested by one of our supporters that we take down our first video on this subject. Well, how should we respond to this official communication from Ngāi Tahu and the suggestion to take down the video? Well, what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to take the video down. Why? Well, as of the 2023 census, the Ngāi Tahu iwi tribe had a population of 84,969 people, making it the 5th largest iwi in New Zealand. How does it monitor all those 84,000 members and what they're up to and all their various views and tribal matters? Well, you know, it can't possibly do that, and it does not do that. As for the ending of the letter, there are Maori within all tribes who are very disgruntled with what their tribal leaders are up to and are riling against them. We know that. Their beef is that their money doesn't flow down from the top of the tribe to the bottom. That is to say, the accusation is that their tribal leaders are greedy. The following is how some tribal members view their leaders and the settlement process. Tribal members see their tribal leader receive Treaty of Waitangi settlements. This is how tribal members see what's going on. With the settlement money, they buy businesses, have them run by others so as to establish large passive incomes, and then live the life of Riley. This is the second accusation, laziness. Many tribal members get absolutely nothing from their tribe's settlement wealth. Therefore, we consider that this flyer fits the expected profile of a disgruntled tribal member or group of members. So watch this video of a disgruntled tribal member.
Kia ora whānau, save and share this video because it's going to be an absolute shocker. We're going to discuss corruption that happens within Māori entities, iwis and Māori trusts. So the first tactic of corruption that you'll see is what you call your proxy voter. So that is your chairman that gets elected in full of proxy votes, and most of those are not even functional or they have nothing to do with the whenua. They've just been put there as your proxy votes to try and elevate their chances of getting into power. Another corruption tactic is they'll use, once they're in power, they may hire all their friends or just all their family, and then next minute it's just all their family, this CEO, this chairman, this the happy reps, and then it's just one family running the entire iwi, shutting everybody out. Another tactic that is used is having a lot of trusts or iwi entities that all sound similar or the same. And so what happens when one trust is playing up, or multiple trusts are playing up because they all sound the same, and the general public don't know which trust it is, and they're all pointing the finger because they think it's one, but it's actually the other one that they're talking about. Or while all that confusion is happening within the general public, they're just feeding off the trough. Another manipulation tactic that they use is basically just stealing straight from the iwi and the trusts. So that's when you're a chairman or a CEO and you're running the trust or the iwi, but then you have your subsidiary companies or your companies that you've set up, that the CEO has set up, and all he's doing is just invoicing himself to pay his own businesses. And usually all these businesses will have like an iwi name of some sort, and most likely probably getting government money in the past to help run their private business through the iwi organisation. So those are another corruption tactic that's I've seen commonly used. Another corruption tactic that I've seen is when you have an iwi or a trust and they say, hey, let's put this money into an investment fund. So what they do is they'll draw all this money out of from the iwi into the investment fund. The millions of dollars get transferred over. But then what is actually happening is now they can spend this money in this investment fund and not actually have to report back to the iwi on how that money is being spent. So therefore it eliminates their need to answer to anybody. Okay, stay tuned, whānau. That's part 1 of corruption, and we'll do part 2 of corruption in my next video. Just remember, guys, the biggest colonizers is not David Seymour, it's our fucking own. So we need them to get out now, because now they're just getting in my way in order to build papakoinga for our whānau. Alright, kia kaha.
Okay, there you go. Pretty clear, wasn't it, right? So it's possible that this flyer was written and distributed by a group of disgruntled Ngāi Tahu members. You know what? We can't rule that out. It's possible that they are simply blowing the whistle on what Ngāi Tahu is up to, alerting the public. We can't rule that out either. It's possible that the flyer was written by a non-Ngāi Tahu person or people wanting to inflame racial division. We can't rule that out. It's possible that a high percentage of what is being said in the flyer is true. It could all be true. It's possible that a high percentage of what is being said in the flyer is not true. That could all be not true as well. So by shutting down the flyer, Ngāi Tahu could be trying to control the narrative when the narrative actually is true. We can't rule that out either. That is to say, Ngāi Tahu could be saying, oh, there's nothing to see here, when in fact there's a lot to see here. See? So we just don't know. So I say it's up to Ngāi Tahu to commentate on the flyer, to tell the public what is true and what is not true in its message. We need to give them this opportunity to respond. In light of what I've just explained, I have written to Ngāi Tahu. Until we receive full and complete answers from them, we will not take down the original video. In other words, it's up to Ngāi Tahu to explain why the flyer ought to be, as they said, thrown in the bin. That's what they told us to do. So I've asked them to answer the following questions. Here they are. Do Ngāi Tahu think they are special? If so, in what way? Do Ngāi Tahu think that they have special rights over and above those afforded other New Zealanders? If so, what rights? And why have they got these rights? Where have they come from? Next question, are Maori disadvantaged in any way? If so, how? Please list the disadvantages. Are Maori indigenous to New Zealand? If so, how? What companies do Ngāi Tahu own? What tax rates do these companies pay? How many shareholders does each company have? Is it true that Ngāi Tahu has 84,000 members? Do they all receive annual dividends from the profits of each company? What percentage of annual profits are distributed to shareholders? Next question, is it true that Ngāi Tahu want control of the coastal area from Scarborough to Kaikoura? Is it true that Ngāi Tahu want to control all the fresh water in the South Island? Is it true that Ngāi Tahu required Meridian Energy to pay them $104 million so that Meridian could move forward with its resource consent? If this amount was paid, why was it required by Ngāi Tahu? Please give reasons. Does Ngāi Tahu eventually want to be in control of the South Island? Is there any truth to this? What are Ngāi Tahu's goals, aims, objectives for the South Island? Where would they like to be by 2040? Would it be true to say that Maori want to be in complete control of New Zealand by 2040? What does Ngāi Tahu think of that idea? Is this completely true, partly true, or not at all true? Finally, you say you're in receipt of a photo of an elderly person delivering the flyers. Please provide this photo. We will only be able to determine whether the flyer is loaded with conspiracy theories or not when we read your answers to the questions presented to you. we want to call you out. If this is a conspiracy theory letter or flyer, then the only way to prove it is, or it's not, is for you to provide answers. So thank you. Kind regards, and that's me, Julian, Bachelor, Stop Co-Governance. So I'll keep you up to speed as our supporters and we'll report back to you as soon as we receive formal answers from Ngāi Tahu. So be sure to watch the next video, which will give you the answers, and I can't wait to see what they say. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Okay guys, that's enough for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Now we need your help with something. This is important. We have produced some great flyers and brochures which we want to get into the hands of all New Zealanders. So we need to go around the mainstream media. They're not going to help. In fact, they're making things a lot worse. So we have to go around them. And we need your help to make this happen. We can't do this without you. So what are we talking about? First, there is our business cards. They're only 3 cents each plus courier to get them to you. Then there is our latest booklet called The Psychology of Takeover, 19 strategies Maori activists are using to take over the country. It's 80 pages and packs a huge punch. So they're cheap, they're $3, and they're absolutely fantastic if you want to get a handle on what's actually happening in New Zealand. Then we have a few thousand of our original Stop Co-Governance booklets left over from my tour in 2023. Remember these? You'll remember we printed 550,000 of these. Well, these are now free because we realized that only about 1/3 of New Zealand houses got this booklet last when I did my tour, and so we want to get to the other 2/3. So if you do a few streets around where you live, that would be absolutely phenomenal, and they are free now. Then we have our MACA, that's Marine and Coastal Act brochure 2, which alert people to the loss of our beaches. You know, we're in danger of losing all the beaches around New Zealand. The text is written by Graham Adams, who's a great author. These are now free. And then we have our beautiful bumper sticker, which we've just made. And why are we doing this? Well, New Zealand's identity is under threat. We know that. First activists have and are still trying to change the name of New Zealand to Aotearoa. We don't want that. We must oppose this. This is rubbish. Where's the referendum saying that we want to change the name of the country? There was none. It was just forced on us. Second, Maori sovereignty flags are appearing more and more all over the place, and they're just treason. So we've got to get these bumper stickers out. So we've printed some awesome bumper stickers. They're $3 each, and they measure 21.5 by 6.5, so you can see how big that would be on your car. To get any of these free products, all you need to do is pay for the courier to get them to you. For the products that cost something, like the bumper stickers or the little psychology booklet, it's the cost plus the courier to get them to you. So to order any of these products, just use this email address, cards@stopcogovernance.kiwi, and we'd love to hear from you. Finally, if you want to access all the videos we've ever made, including all our most viewed and most popular videos, and have them all in one place, which is what people are asking for, then just type in this address into your browser. There it is there, https www.youtube.com/@stopcogovernance, and you'll find it goes straight to our channel. Then what you do is save this address to your computer as a favorite. Job done. Well done. Then you've got them all in one place forever. And all the new ones that are coming in get placed into that address, so you won't miss anything. Okay, last thing, please, oh please, don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll get the latest videos straight into your inbox. You'll never miss a video, which is great. You'll link up with like-minded people all over New Zealand, and that's very, very stimulating to have meet up with all these people who think like you. You'll be telling YouTube, I like these videos, and they will respond by advertising our videos to more Kiwis for free. It's incredible what they do, but it just relies on you replying to comments and making comments and liking things and sharing things, and activity. That's what it is. It's just activity on our channel. And turning New Zealand around is simply a matter of reaching more Kiwis with the truth. So just click on the subscribe button on the bottom right hand side of your screen. The little yellow arrow is showing you where it is, and you'll be subscribed. Okay, see you next time. You guys are awesome.